What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, another interesting video for you here on the channel. Today is a interesting video. Now, I know you're probably looking at this title, and you're going to either call me, 1, a bot, 2, stupid, 3, you're trying to get clicks. Well, maybe the clicks is correct because, you know, I need some, give me some attention, please. Not actually. I just think that it's really just a gut feeling, and I'm making this video because I really want to get my flowers. So if you saw my Backlash predictions, you kind of know a little bit of what I'm about to say, but I'm also going to say, I'm recording this right after the Backlash, so you're going to hear probably some wordage and some lingo that I'm still doing, like, I need my flowers. I want to just make this video to have it bookmarked, and listen, I think there is 100% a possibility I am fully wrong. If I'm fully wrong, you can say whatever you want in the comments, like, you're so stupid for even thinking that Jacob Fatu's the GOAT. Listen, I love Jacob Fatu. That's my tribal chief right there. I mean, Jacob Fatu is insane. Like, I truthfully have to say, though, this is not a coincidence we can ignore. So, we're going to go through, we're going to talk about the two main reasons, or two somewhat reasons. There's 3 reasons. Somewhat reason. The main reason why I'm making this video, and I want my flowers. This is probably going to be a faster video, but let's get started. First off, let's go with the first reason. Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is probably the biggest X factor, biggest question mark to see if he could lose. Could cost him since it's a fatal 4-way. It makes sense. He doesn't get a DQ for messing with him. Fine with that. Could set up a Fatu face turn. Fatu obviously is getting face reactions, trying to address the crowd in a face way. And really just Solo Sikoa looks like a bigger heel. Solo Sikoa is trying to take the kind of, not advantage, kind of take the credit. I don't know why I couldn't think of credit for this title. So because of that, a part of me really thinks that chances are they're going to try to make Jacob Fatu face and not Solo Sikoa face like I think they were going to do. Now, also makes fans behind Jacob Fatu. If he loses this title because Solo Sikoa, the heat on Solo Sikoa would be insane. The amount of love people have with Jacob Fatu, every SmackDown going crazy would be behind him. I'm telling you, I really do think there's a huge chance we get Solo Sikoa here taking and beating Jacob Fatu. Like, maybe this is how I could see it play out. Now, granted, this is literally like a Heat Wave, a Shawn Michaels, like how they did it. Fatal 4-way. Jacob Fatu does an insane finishing move, destroys Damian Priest. Right before Damian Priest is about to get pinned by Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa comes in, grabs his ankle, pulls him out. Drew McIntyre ultimately gets the pin because of it. That's how I see it playing down right now. If Jacob Fatu will lose, you need to make Jacob Fatu look insane. Insane combo. Then you have Drew McIntyre coming in, slipping in for the win. And that's the only person I could see winning this title, by the way. I don't think it'll be Damian Priest. He should be taking the pin. And I don't think it should be LA Knight because that'll be his 3rd U.S. title reign from August to now. Don't want to see it. I want it to be Drew McIntyre. I really do. Speaking of Drew McIntyre, let's talk about Drew McIntyre. So, Drew McIntyre is the wild card in this match. He won't be pinned. No way he's going to be pinned. He will obviously look amazing. Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu should be a SummerSlam match for this U.S. title, in my opinion. Drew McIntyre also makes a lot of sense giving this U.S. title and going for it. A Grand Slam champ. If you don't know what a Grand Slam champ is, that means he won every single title in the WWE, which is a good, amazing thing that a lot of wrestlers strive for. John Cena isn't even a Grand Slam champ. Like, it is a big thing. Miz is a double-time Grand Slam champ, so maybe it's not that big of a deal if he can get it twice. Ultimately, though, he's the wild card because I really think they could give him this title. Now, here's why. With John Cena covering up the WWE title with why am I blanking? Jey Uso having this title. To me, it's either Drew goes for Jey and wins the title, or Jey's going to lose it to Seth or Braun, and the title is going to be in a feud for Roman Reigns while Drew's making this U.S. title thing. then maybe ultimately going for the WWE title or ultimately going back for the heavyweight title later on. I believe in my heart, in my head, that Drew McIntyre could really cook with this US title. Now, I said this a little bit last video, which I'm now starting to realize because I've heard chatter. I'm not going to act like, and I never want to in my videos, that if I think of an idea, I want it to act like, you know, it's 100% original. Like if I've heard chatter, I'm going to talk about the chatter and talk about why I disagree or agree. The chatter is, which this does make a lot of sense. John Cena obviously is going to be a part-time champ. He has, 25, 26 more dates in WWE, and then he's done for good in a ring. Ultimately, gotta be honest with you, I think if he's a part-time champ, the next best championship subject, you could look at Tiffany, you could look at the U.S. title for the women's side. I think the next best, which granted, again, they love to give the men some of the main events, but I do believe, like recently, Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Nia Jax, pretty good main event. Really liked it. I like what they're doing with the WWE title, but the U.S. title is going to be involved, especially with the players they have. That's why it looks so strong. You have LA Knight, Damian Priest, Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre as the first 4 in this U.S. title thing. That's insane lineup. So with John Cena being a part-time champ, you have Drew McIntyre holding on to this U.S. title and really being a main threat for the main event scene, while you have also Jacob Fatu and Solo happening on with the side. That's a good storyline with Drew McIntyre kind of building himself up after losing to CM Punk, taking these horrible pins last year, getting stuck with Damian Priest. Builds him up, and Drew McIntyre comes out of this as a main event guy, hopefully winning a title. Now, I'm starting to think for the World Heavyweight title, so hopefully if you've seen previous videos, I hope you do, that you could go away of having Jay to Seth to Roman to Drew, with Roman and Drew being a huge match for maybe SummerSlam next year in Minnesota. Would 100% love that. Drew ultimately, that's when he wins his title, which would be a year from now, which is, we'll see. But that's a big match that they need to revisit, and I hope it's for that World Heavyweight title. And then maybe you have Braun going for the title after that. Just a theory, just some thoughts. But yeah, that's why Drew McIntyre is somebody that I want to talk about, because I think he will look like a main, because he is a main title guy, but with this title, he will really, really help the SmackDown scene while John Cena is a part-timer. Now, my third reason, the reason why I'm making this video, third and main reason is no render update. So I have it here on the left, and I'm going to talk about it, and then I'm going to also show you on the website. Insane theory, which actually I don't actually need to show you on the website if it's right here. Every champ gets a championship render update 1 to 2 days after. And I have been using WWE renders for a year or two now. It's over a year. It's around probably or a year in somewhat crazy months. I'm trying to actually think of it, like a year and 8 months, maybe. I think it's around there. And usually when they win the championship, granted, sometimes doesn't happen for speed or tag team titles, but when it's a main title, it's a big solo title, they usually update it about 1 to 2 days. At most, I've seen 3, and I think it was for the Gunther update. I just have to say that it's a little bit weird that Jacob Fatu still hasn't. John Cena got his 2 days-ish. Jey Uso actually was like 3-ish. Io Sky got hers a little while ago. Tiffany Stratton a while ago. Dominic Mysterio, like literally the day after. So they already had that picture planned. Zelina Vega won on the Friday after WrestleMania, which... Wait, no. Yes, it was. Friday after WrestleMania? Yeah, because the previous Friday they pinned Chelsea Green. That was it. And Zelina Vega has a championship render with the other U.S. title. Sol Ruca won 2 times, or won the women's. I just realized this is women's speed. It doesn't even show the NXT ones. Won the North American title for the women's side. Got 1 render. Didn't really like it. Got a second render. New Day just won the tag titles. The tag titles are even updated. It is a little bit weird that if everyone's gotten this and everyone's supposed to be shown as a US, like a crazy, getting it, especially Jacob Fatu. Think of mid-card. There's no one really beating Jacob Fatu unless somebody from the main title scene is coming down. I mean, my God, he still has not got the render. So now here comes my insane theory. Is the reason why he's not getting the render is because he's about to lose this title, and let's say that he wins the title way later. Does he win way later, and then that's when they kind of update it? And the plan is for this summer to be Solo versus Jacob Fatu for a while? I really think that because there's no render update, he's about to lose. It does not make sense to me that if he's going to hold on this championship for a week or two more, even for the next PLE, or if he's going to hold on for months, whatever it could be, which a lot of people think it's going to be months, he would not get a render update. It makes no sense. What are we now? 3 to 4 weeks out from, or not 3 to 4 weeks, it's probably 3 weeks since WrestleMania, since he won? Why does he not have a render update? I'm telling you, I know it's an insane theory, but I really do believe that if there was a plan with him for holding this for a while, he would have a render update, because that's really big and a big thing they would have on here. They have it with every single champion. They've had it always for every single champion. They've even edited past photos and put the championship on them. Like LA Knight, when he had the US title, had Logan Paul's arm. They were that kind of wanting to put it on there. They would not have Jacob Fatu there. So that is why I really do believe, and maybe it's just a scheduling conflict, and Jacob Fatu can't take a photo even though he'll go to a WWE show. I really do believe Jacob Fatu might lose this to Drew McIntyre. Now, if this happens, I need my flowers. If this doesn't happen, go on, cuss me out, whatever you want. I really do believe that I'm on to something, and I have not seen anybody say this at all. I swear on my life. I'm the only person that I've seen say this, and I'm like the only person that right now is thinking Drew McIntyre is going to win. Okay? So, that's it. I'm out of here. I talked for 12 minutes. I thought this video would be half that. I thought it'd be a 6-minute video. Talked about it. It was really good. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.